What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 9, and we are deep into our Realistic Career Mode with Wrexham. We're in the month of November. It feels like we're plenty of games down, but there's so many games in these Football League calendars that we're not even through November yet. But in the last episode, we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Salford, but before that, we won our 2 league games. So found a bit of rhythm, a bit of form. Hopefully we can continue that today as we take on Gillingham in the first game of today's episode. We're sat just outside the playoffs at the moment. The Gills a couple positions behind us. We did lose to Gillingham earlier in this season in the EFL Trophy and the Group Match 1. Both us and Gillingham made it through that group anyway. As we head into this game, Matthews keeps his left centre-back spot despite Boyle being available again. I was impressed with Matthews, and I thought that he deserved his spot in that left centre-back role. Well, heading into this one, it would be the host that started so strongly. Keeper first forced into an early save before Gillingham would hit the bar with a great shot, and then we couldn't. It was a poor turnover again from Baleba, and then Gillingham get to work again. They recycle the ball, and you can only ride your luck for so long before the hosts would take the lead. 16 minutes on the clock. And it's an awful, awful start for Wrexham. And that start would become catastrophic. No, well, I mean, 2-0's not too bad, but we would be 2-0 down. A good finish from Bone. And then just before the half was up in injury time, so many injury time goals I'm noticing in this game. First half and second half, so many goals. You have to be so on your toes when it ticks into injury time, because the chances are there will be a goal. And speaking of goals, Gillingham have 4. They were just on it today. A good through ball here. 20 minutes to go. Okonkwo, this one annoyed me, I'll be honest. I don't know. He was absolutely nowhere to be seen. He might as well have just presented the goal on a silver plate, as if they weren't having it easy enough, and Gillingham would get 5 and then they would get 6. And then deep in injury time, well, what do you know? Another injury time goal and another Okonkwo mistake, howler, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this was, as you can tell by the title, our lowest point so far in this career mode. A 7-0 thumping from Gillingham. And yeah, it can't get much worse than this. After 2 league wins in the last episode, I thought, you know what? Okay, we're finding some form now. Yes, we're out the cup, but let's just keep the league form going. Let's push for the playoffs. And it was 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Last episode it was 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And this is a leap backwards, a 7-0 loss. It's damaging for the egos, for the mentality as well. Gillingham jump above us, we fall down to 12th. And we're only 2 points off the playoffs still. But a defeat like that is so tough, and that now means that we have the worst defence, the leakiest defence in the league, but we've also got the best attack. We've scored the most goals, so I think that's actually similar. I think that's what Wrexham have. That's the record Wrexham have in real life. So at least that's realistic, I guess. We're sort of keeping up to play with them, although in real life the Red Dragons are up in the playoffs right now, and we are not. So we're doing them an injustice in this career mode. Well, after a result like that, the best thing you can do is bounce back and show a bit of character. And what a game to do it in. The Welsh derby, Wrexham against Newport. Wrexham, obviously getting promoted to League 2, became the 4th Welsh side in the EFL, joining Newport, Swansea and Cardiff. Newport in our league with us, the other 2 in the Championship. So it was always going to be an exciting fixture when this one came out, and we would host Newport in the Welsh derby. Boyle put back into the 11. Perhaps it was just too much too soon for Matthews at the back. And Palmer, do you know what? I gave Ollie Palmer a start in today's game. We spoke about him in the last episode, saying how he wasn't the right fit for us, but I thought Stephen Fletcher's been non-existent in the last 5, 6, 7 games. So I thought, let's give Palmer a shot. And we started him today. And well, after we took the lead from a header, Paul Mullin header, once again scoring from a corner, I feel like Okonkwo is just, he's having a bit of a stinker, I can't lie. Maybe we should swap the keepers. Maybe we should bring in Lainton. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is Okonkwo, as another goal goes in, is Okonkwo the man? Is he the answer? Who knows the Arsenal loanee is having a rough time at the moment, and well, Omar Bogle may not have got the credits for that first goal. It went down as an own goal. He got the credit for the second goal. A nice finish, and Newport have turned this one on its head. And then you can see there they were gassed with their goalkeeper. Making a really good save was Townsend, the captain from Paul Mullin, as we looked for an instant response. With 10 minutes to go, we make a few changes. 4, in fact, actually. I wasn't really happy with what I was seeing. Cannon, one of those players, subbed on. A few minutes ago, Mendy is found down the left. Ball swung in. Goes straight to the other wing back, Ford. Ford finds Fletcher. What can we do here? Fletcher into Cannon. Cannon into Fletcher. Into Baleba. Baleba drives into the box. He's got Cannon free in the middle. There's Cannon. Yes. 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 This guy is hot on form right now. 4 in his last 5 appearances. And Cannon grabs a late equaliser as we manage to snatch a draw, it looks like. He's been on the score sheet loads recently, and, well, it's not a victory, which I'm not happy about because I want to try and win every game. It's avoiding defeat, which we have done here in the Welsh derby. We led 1-0. Newport came back and turned it around to lead 2-1, but Cannon's 90th minute goal means that we take a point away from this fixture. But boos rang round the racecourse at full time. It was another home game without victory, and the home fans aren't happy at all, and we're having to ride this rough patch. After the 2 league wins in last episode, it's a draw and a defeat in this one, as we see here. In the third and final episode, it's a third league game. We play Sutton, who are 22nd right now, 1 place above the drop zone. Obviously, 2 teams get relegated to the National League. Well, if we needed a confidence booster, now would be it. Facing Sutton, who are in 22nd out of 24. We make 7 changes to the side that travel to Sutton as well. But Paul Mullin, 14 goals, the league top scorer. He keeps his place. We're so reliant on Mullin at the moment. We can't afford to not have him playing as the opposition manager. Had a bit of a glitch with his hair there. Not really sure what was going on. But we did, if you remember, we did beat Sutton in the EFL Trophy a few episodes back. We beat them 3-1 actually with a rotated side. So that gives me confidence that we can potentially go on and win this game, this league fixture, which holds more value. Well, it would be the host that would start off the stronger. 9 minutes in, a cross comes in, and then a beautiful bicycle kick. I'm not sure how he was given so much time in the box. Boy, did he take advantage of it. A great bicycle kick. Again, straight at Okonkwo. I feel like we're criticising Arthur in every game here at the moment, but do you know what? I'll let him off there. That was a good finish. And Sutton lead 1-0 inside the first 10 minutes. Well, half an hour in, Fletcher with a big tackle. Maybe I should have shot there. He decides to take a touch and then feed Cannon, who is starting today after his injury time goal. But his shot is blocked. Cannon actually did bag a brace in the EFL game, so I was hoping he could maybe recreate that form. Well, that shot from him was tame and straight at the keeper. And in the background there, you would have seen Fletcher went up for a header and came back down and stayed down. He looks to have injured himself. Hopefully it's not too serious. Just before the halftime break, cross comes in. Mullin goes up for one of the headers and he stays down. So now 2 of our 2 strikers are injured. This is not ideal at all. Let's try and get them in at half time. This should be the last play of the half. But hopefully Mullin and Fletcher's injuries aren't too serious. Davis whips in a ball and Fletcher gets there. Injured he might be, but he can still win a header, and that's his 3rd league goal of the season, but his first for about 2 or 3 months. He has been awfully in form, and maybe dropping in for the last game for Palmer has woken him up a little bit, and now we've given him a start. He's like, yes, I don't want to be dropped again. Give me my place back. Well, 4 minutes into the second half, we did keep both strikers on to start off the game, to start off the half, but Sutton would retake the lead through a great finish, and Okonkwo would make then a great save. The hosts really, really on top in this second period. Stephen Davis would look to give us a way back into this one, but his shot was saved, and then his rebound was really well saved as well. Before a poor turnover from Sutton, and Davis finds Mullin. Mullin, what can he do? He's still on the pitch. He finds Davis. Oh. Shot goes just wide of the near post. But we are pressing for this equaliser, and Barnett plays a nice 1-2. Barnett, what can he do? Mullin's in the middle. He hasn't shot. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, I pressed shoot. I don't know what happened, but Mullin had an empty net in front of him, and he, for some reason, opted not to shoot. And that mistake would be clinical. We would not find a way back into this game. And Sutton, after we beat them in the EFL Trophy, they get their revenge and claim a massive 3 points in their relegation battle. 3 points is huge for them, but losing those 3 points, not even gaining a point from that one, is massively, massively worrying for us. And the consistency is awful right now. We cannot seem to find our feet any which way, as we see, thankfully, the two strikers, their injuries were just 5-dayers, both with a couple of bruises. That is absolutely fine with me. Stephen Davis weirdly comes to us and says, look, boss, I want to leave. I'm not happy at all, and I'm not getting the game time I want, so I want to leave. And that's a bit concerning considering we just signed Stephen Davis. Yes, he hasn't played too much, but I'm going to try and play him a bit between now and January to see if he does change his mind and if he does want to stay. But that would be a huge loss for us considering he's only just joined. Well, that'll be it for today's episode. As you can see there, we look at the league table and we're falling further and further behind. We are 13th, 26 points on the board, 5 points adrift from Stockport. Usually that would be a decent season, first 19 games in, 26 points, mid-table for a newly promoted side. But this is Wrexham. This is Hollywood. Now everyone's watching and they want us to be winning the title, competing for promotion. And that's what we're not doing at the moment. So we need to find some form. We need to turn it around. I keep saying it, but hopefully we can find some consistent form soon enough. But that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in episode 10 very soon.